Hello Virgo, how are you? Welcome to your early May reading. I hope this finds you well, safe, healthy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I do hope you'll consider joining us and subscribing, liking the video, sharing it as you so feel called to do. And if you're returning, look how close we are to 10,000 subscribers, guys. I cannot do this without you, and Virgos, you have been some of my fiercest fans and supporters, and I of you, of course, as you know. I am a sister Virgo, so it's a club. So what I want to do today is I am pulling two cards, one for masculine, one for feminine energies of this twin flame soulmate thing you're looking into. This is from the Sacred Traveler, so we'll look at that. This is a general reading for the collective of Virgo, Sun, and Rising. If it doesn't speak to you, that's okay. Sometimes the storylines change. Sometimes they remain painfully the same, reading after reading after reading, i.e. see Leo. And if it doesn't speak to you, no worries. Just check out the reading that aligns with your rising sign if you happen to be here as a Virgo sun. You can also watch the videos in this series that align with the rising or sun sign of your divine counterpart, which means you're a cross-watcher in case you've never heard that term before. And I get all my best information that way, quite frankly. So do that. Okay, this reading is not really tied to the day or the month, but we are waiting for the full moon in Scorpio on the 7th. That will have an impact on this, so just FYI. So this card comes out again now. Wow, I think I had it, oh my gosh. I want to say I had it, I don't know. It was yesterday, I know that. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. It was either Sagittarius or Taurus. Not this card. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Feels a little bit of Six of Cups, you know, when it turns the back on what isn't fulfilling anymore and goes to ascend the mountain. And I like to say that Eight of Cups makes me feel like it's the Hermit that's turning the back on the drama or the emotional entanglement and heading off up the mountain for enlightenment. So this kind of feels like that energy. Feminine gets reaching your destination. Your light is shining brightly. Beautiful feminines. For those of you feminines here as the feminine Virgo, I should say. Reaching your destination, even if you have to show up in a little bubble. It's beautiful. Your light is shining brightly. You know who you are, and I love you. I love you. Whew. Okay. Saying that from my heart. It is not easy being we, is it? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm having fun already. Queen of the Moon Oracle is up next. This is a card just for Virgo, whether you're here as a masculine Virgo or a feminine Virgo or a Virgo sun or a Virgo rising. Anything Virgo, this is your card. Funny stuff. Oh, wow. The Void. I'm going to read this one. Card number 1. This is powerful. It is a new beginning, so, you know, the ones are a brand new start, fresh start. So, here's what we say, Virgo. Listen up. It's the dark moon, the void. Your time to rest and reset is here. Release all that does not serve you. Stop resisting. The void is a time of possibility, not just darkness. There is nothing to fear in letting go of negative patterns and habits, so let go of the old. While the full moon, full attractive power, gets all the publicity, the dark moon, which offers the infinite possibilities of a clean slate, is just as powerful in its own way. I got nervous when I first pulled it. I thought when I turned it over, I saw nothing. And there you go. I had a moment. All right. It's about resetting, resting, being okay in the void. Whew. Deep breath. So I love this little deck. This is the Light Seers Tarot. It's colorful and energetic. It was calling my name, but it's huge because the cards are thick and my hands are tiny. So I'm trying to get a real good shuffle for you here. And I don't normally do this on camera, but I just grabbed this deck on instinct. So you'll see me do the full cutting of the deck, which I usually do off camera. Now y'all know. She has a process. Okay. So I'll try to shuffle the whole thing. You know me, it's not always good when it's a big deck like this. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So we're looking at your connection. Let's see what the cards have to say. First up, we have masculine, 3 of Wands. Wow, feminine in the energy of the Magician. Beautiful. Cast that spell, feminine, the Magician, having all the tools you need at your disposal to manifest what you want. And what's beautiful is the 3 of Wands is also a manifesting card. It's that energy of your ships coming in. See, she's catching a wave. So that wave is coming to shore for her. I say her because it's long female. It looks like a female in the picture, but this is how the masculine is showing up in manifesting energy and the feminine is showing up in manifesting energy. So already we're off to the races. Magician is Gemini and Virgo energy. So Virgo shows up right here. Let me do another shuffle. I love this deck. The energy is so beautiful. I hope you like it too. Okay. So what was I saying when I pulled that first oracle card? Oh my gosh, oh my heavens. Wow. Oh my gosh. So remember when I pulled the oracle, ascending the mountain, and what did I say? See, his back to us and he's ascending the mountain. And what did I say? It looks like the 8 of Cups. Here's the 8 of Cups. Nailed it. If you're new and you find me arrogant, I'm not. I'm just enjoying myself. And I feel like all of you are here in my living room and I make little jokes and sometimes they sound snarky and sometimes I get preachy, but I just want to explain myself. I'm enjoying myself. I love what I do. Okay, so 8 of Cups. This masculine has turned their back on something that it was not serving them, that was like emotionally overwhelming or just intense, and they were like, this is disinterest. I'm going to go on a search, right? And I like to say with the 8 of Cups, in this card, it's just one cup that this figure is turning her back on. And it's interesting because there's a fire in it. There's a fire in the bowl. There's a fire in the cup, which shouldn't be a thing. So that's what the hint is that lets you know it's drama, right? Yeah. Ain't nobody got time for that. And I'm walking toward the sun here. This masculine walking toward the sun. That's the ascending of the mountain. Why? Because right now there's some major conflict that they're dealing with, and that may be interfering with their ability to manifest a return to the feminine. But we're coming up on an end of a painful chapter for this masculine, 10 of Swords. I am feeling like I'm talking to some Virgos who are involved with someone at a distance. Someone who's trying to make their way back to the feminine. So this may be you. If you're here as the masculine, you may be trying to make your way back to the feminine. If you're here, Virgo, as the feminine, the masculine may be trying to make their way back to you. I do see fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. I also see water here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Ten of Swords would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But there's no major arcana here, so I can't really speak to the signs. Feminine, wow, Magician with the Ace of Swords. Manifesting some massive clarity and insight here. That Ace of Swords, look at her. She has a direct channel to higher dimensions. This is a gift. It's a divine gift of insight, clarity, wisdom, knowledge. It's an aha moment. And it can bring kind of a sense of inner peace. I just say that because I love the image of her looking peaceful. Now, Six of Wands in the past. Efforts towards reconciliation here. This is a victory card. Look at her ready to take her bow there in the spotlight. Wands, more fire energy. But that wreath of peace is about reconciling differences, making peace, calling a truce if there's an argument. And I do see that potential because I see this Five of Wands. Only I think, well, I won't even say what I think. I'm not going to say what I think. I'm going to let the cards say it. Moving forward, the wheel here for the feminine, the Wheel of Fortune. Sagittarian energy ruled by Jupiter. Everything about it is expansive. There's good luck here, good fortune, unless it's poorly aspected. So I'm going to clarify it now and we'll see what that's all about. But wow, both of you in manifesting energy. Was an effort here at reconciliation. In the past, now I'm feeling the clarity of the feminine and the masculine. Something's interfering. But there's an end of a painful chapter, and there's a Wheel of Fortune for the feminine, so we'll see. Okay. Masculine, Three of Wands, please. Stepping into this reading in the energy of Three of Wands. Manifesting a Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And they haven't given up. Nine of Wands is the energy of, you know, if I have to crawl on my hands and knees over shards of glass to get to this Queen of Wands, that's what I'm going to do. So manifestation, as you well know, is about, yeah, we set our intention and we look out at what we want and we name it, but then we have to do our part. So I do feel this masculine is working on that right now, that they're doing their part. There they are. Magician. So you guys are already kind of mirrored here. More Virgo, Gemini energy in that Magician. They're really manifesting a return is what I think. They haven't given up on the connection. Let me say, just say that much. Eight of Cups in the past. This is the moment. Turn their back on something. Walked away. Yeah, they weren't ready to work on it together. Third party energy here, I feel. Definitely third party energy or something interfering. I mean, this could be as simple. It could be an addiction, could be anything. It could be just someone who was very controlling and wanted things their way, but didn't really put the work in. But because they're turning their back on it in the past, this is in the past, because they're in the Eight of Cups energy in the past, and what they're turning their back on is this kind of working together, and then that's clarified by the devil. It almost makes me feel like this person, this masculine energy, you know, wanted what they wanted, when they wanted it, how they wanted it. Not very forgiving, not, you know, kind of a little obsessive, possessive, maybe even manipulative. And I only say that because what they walked away from was the Three of Pentacles. And what clarifies the Three of Pentacles is the Devil. And it just feels, yeah, and they stayed where they were and everything was going to be fine. So, wherever they were, whether they were with someone else or not, everybody's storyline is different. They weren't willing to let go. They were kind of feeling trapped and stuck in a situation, not a healthy one, not a good one that made them, behave in a certain way. And what they chose was to stay where they are. Nine of Cups. Yeah, you say, oh, that's joy, that's happy. Yeah, no, it's emotional complacency when it's clarifying a Devil. It means if this is good as it's going to get, I'm going to stay right here. It's good enough for me. It's complacency. Now the energy that we see this masculine in is the Five of Wands. That can be fighting, but I don't feel these two are really communicating much at all, if at all. So this is some other kind of a struggle here. It's unstable. There's something blocking their return to the feminine. That's what that is. Five of Wands can be an outside interference, some conflict that rises up and interferes with whatever this masculine has on their agenda. And what's on their agenda is choosing a new path and moving toward this feminine. But they're being blocked. And they may just... Seven of Swords, don't panic, everyone. They may just need to literally escape the situation they're in. They may just need to escape it. This feels like because I'm feeling that stuck energy, that kind of trapped energy of the Devil, feeling a little enslaved to a situation that didn't allow them to work together with the feminine. They just stayed with the status quo. Like, this is good enough, I'm just going to stay right where I am. And now there's a conflict as they look, they're looking at the paths before them. See, because this is placing the order. I know what I'm looking at the two paths. I've chosen my path. The Three of Wands is calling it in, is manifesting it, is making it happen. And so we have a Queen of Pentacles and we have the Empress. So that leads me to believe for many of you, I am talking to a Virgo feminine and a masculine who's trying to make their way back, but there's a block and they may have to kind of do something sneaky and underhanded because this block is in their way. So, heads up. Heads up. Because if they're still in the situation they were in, they're not free. They're not free to come toward the feminine. Ten of Swords, though, moving forward. Stick a fork in it, guys. Wow, wow, wow. Underneath the deck, for those who are new, cannot make this up. I'm just going to keep pulling. Wow. Here's your whole storyline, guys. I'm walking you through it. I can't even believe how this is all coming out. It makes so much sense to me. This makes sense to me. This makes sense to me. Normally I don't do this, but there's a storyline that's been kind of brewing in my head, and now it's here, and all of this makes sense. My nose is running because it's like hot in here and steamy, and I don't know, my hair's starting to curl. I'm a girl, I get to complain about my hair. So, You heard what I said here. There's a conflict. They're trying to choose a new path and move toward the feminine, which is over here. They may have to do something underhanded to make that happen. That's the energy now. What's coming toward them is an end of a painful chapter. 10 of Swords, 7 of Wands. There's almost like they have to stand up for themselves. This is them standing up for themselves, getting their power, standing in their power against this 5. Whatever that 5 is. It can be a job. It could be a kid. It could be your mother. It could be another person. And then we have this 4 of Cups, and that's them saying, yeah, I'm done with this. I have no more emotional attachment to this person, to this energy, to whatever it was that they stayed for. That they didn't work with this feminine on wherever they stayed, wherever was easy, the easier choice. They're no longer emotionally attached. There is a major transformation taking place right now, or coming up on this masculine, a major transformation. And then here we go. What's that transformation about? I looked underneath the deck. That tells you what's bubbling up under the surface, maybe outside of conscious awareness, but I don't think so, because this tells me a very full story. It's like literally right under their skin. You scratch them, they're going to bleed this whole storyline. Lovers, more Gemini energy, FYI. They're going to need to make a choice. Stepping into the role of the masculine. Emperor, Aries energy, for those who are playing along. Yeah, they're going to answer this, right? I'm the masculine. This is a twin connection. They're recognizing, they're making a choice. They're choosing the twin, wanting to build a life together, life partnership here. Boom, brand new ignition of the flame of the torch of passion between these two. That's what they want to talk about. Communication is coming in the future, and then it's endings and brand new beginnings. This cycle closes. That's what the 10 of Swords is about. New chapter begins. Are there regrets of the past? You bet. Doesn't that make sense to you? Makes sense to me. And that's why they're going to feel stuck. I don't know. Will this person take me back? Will they answer? Will they speak to me? 8 of Swords, a lot in their head, overthinking things. Then they pull back a little more and they settle down into the beautiful balanced energy of the 2 of Swords, achieving balance of the mind, going within to be sure they understand the meaning, the purpose of what they're going to do and how best to do it. So it's beautiful. It's like they downshift out of the intensity of the 8 of Swords and start to calm themselves, and they get more focused on the clarity of what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. And they do not intend to get hurt, and they do not want to hurt the feminine. I'm here all night. Moving on. I mean, like, really, what do I do with it? It's a whole story all by itself right here under the deck. You saw it happen. I have a perfectly good understanding of what this person's energy is, what keeps them up at night, and let's look at the feminine. Magician. In the power of the Magician, you have all the tools you need. There's your Leo. I love you guys. Let the oh my god begin in the comments. 3, 2, 1, type. Yeah, manifesting your happiness, though. That's what the card really is about. But this is your Leo. Holy God. Oh, I need an adult beverage. For those who are new and like, I'm not sure I'm in on this joke, there's been a long-held storyline between Virgo and Leo. It's been going on for months. So if you're at all curious, go watch the Leo reading. It came up there as well. So yeah, manifesting, and this is what you're manifesting. Yes, reconciliation, and that's why we have that in the past. You may have tried it. This may have been on your mind for a long time if you're here as the feminine, or it may just be that you tried it and it was unsuccessful. But that's what's motivating you, trying to manifest a reconciliation with this person who is definitely fire energy. I'm laying my money at this blackjack table on Leo, but it could be anybody. We do have other signs showing up here. Death is Scorpio, by the way. Empress is Libra and Taurus. I think I already said Lovers is Gemini. Aries is here. Aquarius and Capricorn is here in the World card. Capricorn is in the Devil card. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so just want to name all the cast of characters because not everybody is here looking at a Leo, just saying. But this is what this feminine is manifesting, a reconciliation with someone who makes them happy, someone who's their King of Wands, who's passionate and who has a big personality and who's attractive to them and who has a commanding presence and knows what they want and goes for it. It's someone who walks into a room and all heads turn just by the way that person carries themselves. It's that kind of energy, the kind that really draws you in. So regardless of the sun sign, that is what this feminine is manifesting. 6 of Wands in the past. Yeah, I feel like, oh wow, this Justice card it can indicate divorce, right? It's a legal process. But Justice is really, it's a Libra card. It's really about fairness and balance. And when I see the 6 of Wands with the Justice card, I feel like reconciliation for this feminine would have brought about a sense of balance that they probably needed. Yeah. And they really looked for a creative solution to a problem. 8 of Pentacles. Put their head down, tried to come up with a creative solution. But there was none to be found. I feel like I'm speaking to a feminine who just let it go. Just like, really, I can't do this anymore. It's too painful. 10 of Swords. So now we have 10 of Swords in this masculine coming up in the future, but I feel it's with some other situation. 10 of Swords in the past for this feminine. Despite efforts to try to figure out a creative way to bring about some balance and reconciliation, it did not work. Feminine is in the energy of the Ace of Swords in this connection right now. There's a divine gift of insight and clarity coming in, if it hasn't hit you already. Yeah, King of Pentacles, getting clear on someone. Now, this is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, for those of you that is important to. But the energy, just like I described the energy of the King of Wands, the energy of the King of Pentacles is life partner in masculine form. It's someone you could settle down with. It's someone that's reliable, predictable, practical, responsible, grounded, here in the 3D and ready for life partnership. So I kind of feel that there's some clarity coming in, a divine gift of clarity for this feminine with regard to the energy of the King of Pentacles, someone who left them out in the cold, someone who possibly devalued the feminine, someone who may have ghosted the feminine. Clarity is coming in, though. Clarity is coming in. And I think it has to do with the Queen of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, it's clarifying that 5 of Pentacles. So it feels to me like it may have been someone who, if there was third-party energy, was involved with this person and was kind of possessive and controlling, etc., etc. Because we've got that devil energy. And now we've got conflict and 7 of Swords, like I'm ready to get out of Dodge. And then we've got 10 of Swords and 7 of Wands. This masculine is really working hard to rise up against some energy that is impeding their smooth flow back to this feminine. And I kind of feel it's someone. It may not be, but someone who knows what they want and takes no prisoners. I don't think this card represents this feminine. That's all I'm saying. Moving forward, the Wheel of Fortune. Whew. This reading, guys. Yeah, the wheel is about all things happening in divine time, but I feel for this feminine, there's some aspect of that that's a little scary. It's triggering because it works on all your insecurities. The Moon card, Pisces energy, it feels like, yeah, all in divine time. The Wheel of Fortune is moving. This is a fated connection. This is destiny, yada, yada, yada. But when and where is this going to happen? Am I going to be prepared? Will I see it coming? Like, it feels like that energy of divine time is triggering the feminine. Will trigger the feminine in the future, because it's kind of like, oh my gosh, I just want to know what to expect and I can't see it clearly, right? The moon, it's a veil. You can't see things clearly. And you're afraid that this person is still in a third-party connection. There we go. What was I saying before? Third party. Who's involved? A Queen of Wands. And see that little black cat? Yeah. She's not above using some voodoo. She's not above sticking pins in dolls. One last card, guys. There we are, Virgo. So I kind of feel that feminine, those of you that are here as the Virgo feminine, there's an aspect of this connection that you know is fated. It's destiny. And you know that it's moving in divine time and in divine order. Certain things have to happen in a certain order before this thing manifests. What thing? Manifesting your happiness with the King of Wands and a reconciliation, right? But there's fear here about a continued third-party situation. Something that you're not sure has been resolved, and therefore staying unto yourself. This is Virgo energy in the Hermit, right? The Sage of the Tarot, inner wisdom, insight, self-knowledge, self-growth. And by the way, not super accessible. This is not somebody who's dialing someone up saying, hey, you still in that relationship? No. This is someone who allows it to come to them. All in divine time. So, Virgo, wow. This one's running long too. They're all running long so far this week. Long story there. If it didn't speak to you, then this may not be your reading. But if this has spoken to you, if you're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, as each card came out, the link to the extended is below. Follow me. I'm going to continue pulling from this gorgeous deck. I'll be pulling 3 cards for the connection. I will be pulling what this person is not saying to the feminine, what the feminine is not saying to the masculine, your energetic messages to each other. I'll be pulling a card, messages to you from your higher self, spirit, the universe. That can come through as a warning, confirmation, clarity, advice, whatever. And then we'll look at how this might roll out going forward. What might that wheel look like? The one that's so scary, okay? So glad you joined me. I hope this spoke to you. I appreciate you more than you know. Please stay well and healthy and safe. I love you. Link to the extended is below. Hope to see you there.